Hello.
Hello.
How is everyone doing?
Card readings.
Do you guys know that like next week is June? Like that's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane to think about. Oh, I almost like blew my head off.
Careful. Let me share to a group. No, it might not let me share. Here we go now. Okay.
Hello, Mom. Say hi when you pop on.
Hi.
So that we know you're out there into the interwebs.
Who's here? And how can we serve you today? For the highest good of all.
How can we serve you today?
What can we give to you today?
What questions? I'm feeling like a really good question today, like for people, is like, what questions do you have? We talked a lot in after the session yesterday about like rabbit holes. So like what things are you curious about? Like what's going on?
Anything.
Yeah.
Maybe we should change the caption on that. I'm gonna do that.
Ask us stuff, ask for cards. I mean, whatever feels good. Ask us things. Ask us things. I was just outside. If you're curious to know what I was doing before this, I know you were wondering. I was at the barn, and it is like warm. It's warm outside. It's very sunny and very warm. I had to change my shirt because I was sweating. And I put shorts on because I was sweating. I was like, I gotta take my pants off.
Yeah, I put my swimsuit on and laid out in the sun for a little bit. Downloaded some light coats, got some vitamin D, nice little meditation. Saw rainbows.
So good. Hi, Gus. Are you joining us?
How is Helga doing?
She's very good. She was very happy to go out and be on the pasture for a minute. They're in stalls right now. Like they go on and off pasture in the summertime, and they're in stalls right now. Yesterday we did a bunch of energy work on her, which has been really good. I feel like she's really recovering. It's a lot of like, I think the same happens for people. Like you can physically get to a better space, like your body can physically get to a better space, but there's that like emotional aspect of like the trauma of your body not working the way that it should work, and thinking like, oh shoot, like yeah.
I can totally understand that.
But so for a few days I didn't really see her laying down a lot, and she's starting to lay down more. Sorry, I'm burpy. I'm drinking athletic greens.
Yum.
And sometimes it makes me just a little burpy. But yeah, so she's doing really well. It makes me very happy. All of my girls are very happy today. I have 3 horses, and they were all very like,
it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Whatever. One of my horses named Sunny, and she is very like, wah! And like she just like flow and then crazy. And she was very like lovey today, and so I was like, oh, come here, big mama, get in here.
I had a dream yesterday about my niece Chantel, and I was wondering if they're doing okay.
Well, you should call them.
There's your answer.
And ask them. Call them. I don't have their number.
I was like, oh no, what happened? Okay, that was scary that my brain went there. So I'm going to pull a general reading. I got to gather myself here from Spirit. These are always really fun.
I think they're on the face space. Hello.
Okay. How card do we need for today?
How do you say that name?
Tabo? Is that how we say your name? Okay.
It's a beautiful name.
Dear you, and this is for everybody and anybody that's watching this, present or replay. Dear you, what is true for you? Can you be impeccable with your word? Sure, you can. As long as it's not used to manipulate others, the truth can set everyone free. Let go of the results, let go of your fears, and allow the truth to empower you and others. This will set into motion a kind of change that will be supportive of you and loving and all kinds of prosperous. This is not a time to compromise and hide your truth from others. Whatever it is you want, go for it and be clear in your motives, especially with yourself. You will be so happy you did. This is a time where you will tap into the power to co-create and manifest your best life. Doesn't that feel amazing? And the results? Miraculous. Aha. When you tell the truth and ask the same of others, you can learn a lot from life's bountiful lessons and achieve your dreams. Loving you always, Sid.
Oh, how cute.
That reminds me of this conversation we've been having for a couple of weeks now. Are you doing or are you giving? And, when you find what lights you up and you just give it because it feels so good to give, and then you receive whatever and back in exchange, whether that's thank you, whether it's monetary, whether it's praise, it just feels so good. There's no negative motives there. It's just like, I love to create this thing and I want to share it with the world. And hopefully they receive it. And I don't have to worry about that because I'm giving out of my heart.
Well, I think it's a beautiful thing when you give without expectation to receive. And there's this kind of weird thing that happens is like you receive, whether you receive from that person or that situation, or whether you just receive from source. And I think that's such an interesting concept of like receiving from wherever you receive from.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you give from your heart, you are receiving.
Mm-hmm.
It is a gift to yourself. It's like this beautiful cycle. It's just like,
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, let's see. Mama Bonnie and Dad wants a card too.
I'm feeling like they have a joint card, which is interesting.
Oh, there you go.
Juno, partnership.
Oh, cute. Look at those little parrots.
Little parrots. Little parrots. Little parrots. The asteroid, this is really interesting that I think a lot of people who are brand new into astrology don't realize, but there are significant asteroids in our life as well. So just know that. The asteroid Juno points out how you may have been trained to choose between love and work and offers clues on how to balance them instead. This asteroid was named after the daughter of Saturn, wife of Jupiter, mother of Mars. She is the queen and organizer of society, and she rules the roost. Juno and Jupiter modeled an uneasy but equal partnership that took a lot of work and had great rewards. Action in work and love. Juno wants you to trust that you can hold steady in your life's path and develop equal partnerships. So get in there and wrestle out to make relationships work. Research healthy relationship skills and study, negotiate, meditate, and practice these techniques daily. Practice respect, communication, love, and conflict resolution between various facets of our own personality. Like Juno and Jupiter, strive between the whole empowered soul can express individual. I think it's such an interesting thing. So the vibe I'm getting is like this, which I think my parents actually did a really good job of. Side note, is finding this balance between working together and being together. And because they have always done that, like they own a farm, so they do that all the time. And just realizing that, like, that's a beautiful thing that a lot of people don't really experience, but I understand it's a lot of work. And just remembering that there's a whole asteroid, there's a whole support system wanting that thing to to be that, wanting that to be the case. Let's see here. Challenge. If you live out your ambition through your mate or your work partner instead of through your own efforts, the situations can devolve into jealousy, manipulation, and disempowerment. The gift is team partnership in a spiritual path. Its sacred arts are practice healthy relationship skills. These skills begin within.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
I love it.
Beautiful.
Okay. Tabo says that's correct. We're saying their name right. Yay. So Tabo, for you, my friend, divine sunchild. Blessings of the sun flow to you now. It is time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright and without veil, just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert. It is your time to shine bright. So what's that thing you want to say yes to, but you're worried it's going to be too awesome?
I feel like that's such an interesting, like, maybe this is going to be too much amazingness for me. Maybe this is going to be too much. I'm just checking your relationship with that card. How does it feel? Where are you blocked for letting all of that in? Earth, there's a relationship. Usually there's a, for me, when someone has an imbalance in earth energy, there's a relationship that's holding them back from really receiving. And that part is really interesting to you. It feels like a female relationship, but not a partner. So I would be curious how that feels for you, if there's a relationship that's really holding you back from just being the beauty. And maybe it's because you're afraid of being bigger than them.
Ooh.
Yeah. I like that opinion too. Truth. And hello, friend. Hello.
Oh, hey, Ange.
Hello. Maybe that's my ex. Let's see. Yes, I'm feeling that's a yes. Let's look into your relationship with your ex and see what we can clear, if that's okay with you. Sometimes with exes, we want to push them out all the way before we have, like, I'm like the word reconciled. The energy is coming to mind, which is a really weird word to think of that, but that's the word that's coming to mind. Yeah, there's some energies to let go there. And at first, so when I do like an elements reading of a relationship, the first element I usually look at is water. And as soon as I looked at water for you in that relationship, it was like wanting to not really think about that relationship, wanting to avoid that relationship, wanting to not put any energy there, kind of any mix of those things. And as I was like, it's okay to put energy there. It's okay to let energy flow there. Your body opened up to allow the energy to flow and work through that relationship. Because no matter what, if we've had a relationship with someone, their energy is always going to be in our field because it's happened. And now it's whether we kind of end it on some kind of neutral ground of like, it is what it is. It's how it worked out. And a lot of times with exes, especially in this world, we don't really come to any kind of terms. We just end it, and then we're left feeling some kind of way, or they're left feeling some kind of way, and we didn't really get to a place. And that's what it feels like for you when I get to metal energy, which is all about sifting and sorting and really saying, this is the parts that I really love and I appreciate about this person, and this is like the light that I want to just always see them at, even though I'm not going to get back into a relationship with them. But this is the pieces that I'm ready to let go of. This is the pieces that I'm ready to return to them. I'm ready to give back to source. Think of it as like the shit that they left at your house and you put it in a box and you're like, come get your crap. But instead of doing it with them, you don't actually have to have a conversation with them. You can just, in meditation, taking your time, and I don't know if you live close or whatever, but Jenny and I do a lot of this work in helping you just say, okay, these are the parts of you that I want to give back. This is the energy. These are the things of you in a meditation. There's lots of guided meditations about giving back. And maybe that might be a little bit of what we do today. We'll see. Giving back and saying, here you go. Here's your things. And taking back what they have. I think she used black magic on me. That's a very interesting. I have an interesting relationship with like dark magic or black magic. Not that I don't think it exists, because I do. I think that there's an interesting tie. Did you guys meditate a bunch together? Were you in the energy world together? I'm curious how connected spiritually you were. Oh, Jenny, you're muted.
There we go. That's some dogs barking. So if you're just hopping on, you want a card, or if you've been here and you want a second do-over, or not do-over, but a second dip in, double dip. There we go. Wake up, brain.
I'm waiting for just a little more information. I'm so enjoying this quiet moment. I'm not sure, but I didn't meditate with her. I'm curious. I'm always curious when people say that they feel like someone has used black magic on them. What is it that makes you feel that way? Not that I'm thinking it didn't happen. I'm just curious. Black magic is something so interesting to me. I think it's just so not in my world. I have had a few clients who feel like they've had, I don't know, is it hooks? Like, Jenny, is that the thing that you can most?
There's hooks, and there's cords, and then there's entities, and there's portals, and there's vortexes, and all sorts of fun stuff.
A Crawford told you. Oh, so someone else told you. Oh, that always makes me so nervous. Did you know this person? Was it someone that you met on like Reddit? Or anytime this has ever come to me, anytime anyone has ever come to me with this question, it's always been someone like on Reddit or whatever that told them that. Mm-hmm. That makes me very anxious. You did not know this person. Do you feel it to be true? Because I don't feel it. It's true. I don't feel like she put black magic on you. I think sometimes we can have ties. I feel like sometimes we can have such extreme ties to partnerships. And a lot of times we want to have these connections, and these energies can really pull us in interesting ways. But I don't necessarily think it's black magic. I think it's just shadow energy, which is very different than black magic. Very different than someone intentionally putting a curse on you.
Yeah.
What do you think about this topic, Jenny? I'm curious.
About with Tabo or with black magic?
He says I must buy a chicken to cleanse.
Huh.
It's not in our belief system. I mean, I don't know. That's not something that I would ever tell a client to do. But there are different ideologies that would tell them. That's not something that we do, though.
Yeah. So my thoughts on black magic? Is that what you're asking?
Sure. Let's do this. Let's go in here. Let's go down the rabbit hole while we're waiting. If you come on and you have a card, want a card or yes or no question.
So I think absolutely it exists. There's light and dark and all things, yin and yang, up and down, as above, so below.
Yeah.
It's polarity at its finest. So I just choose not to go anywhere near it.
That's how I feel too. That's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know South Africa does that, and there's a lot sometimes there's some, like, Mexican shamans, Meshikas and stuff that may believe that sort of thing. It is not something that we would ever suggest. We're more like alchemists and Reiki masters, so we suggest releasing the energy to heaven and allowing source to clear that for you, releasing your cords and connections to that person, which can be done without the use of anything other than yourself.
Yeah. And your intention that you hold in here. Release.
Yeah. Does anyone else have any questions? What else is going on?
It's like almost a holiday. Everybody's pre-partying.
I know, it is almost a holiday. It's awfully quiet in here today. I think I'll just pull a card. Gus is sleeping. I wish I could show you guys, but my camera situation is not of that. But he is like sprawled out on this mat. Okay, I'm just going to pull a card for the group of people who are still with us and reading at this time. And then we will go into meditation a little bit early today. Pluto, rebirth. That's the card I pulled for everyone at this time. Pluto, rebirth. Rebirth is so interesting. Like the concept of rebirthing. Because I think there's like there's so many meanings for what that word is, you know? Mm-hmm. Pluto is the modern ruler of Scorpio and is a powerful planetide that takes 248 years to traverse the zodiac. Pluto and Chiron are the largest of its 5 moons. Circle each other and create a biosystem. This is interesting. So there's the moon on here, the second moon up there. It's very interesting. Most myths connected to Pluto, god of the underworld, have 2 major characteristics. One who descends into the underworld to return reborn, and then one who either sends souls down to the underworld and greets them on arrival. That's really interesting. The idea of sending souls to the underworld to be reborn. Like going into darkness, going into the hells, going into the underworld to be reborn.
The belly of the mother. Mama Gaia.
The mother.
Yeah.
Earth. I mean, some philosophies think Earth, like Earth is that.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Okay. Both sides of these myths use and abuse the power and the willingness to be reborn again into the empowered divine self. Action. Pluto calls for 3 actions. First, to dig deep. Second, to be willing to transform. And third, to use your power wisely. This is where the black magic thing comes in. It's not in my world because I'm not even available for something like that. Like, nope, thank you. Have a good day. I'm not even open to having interaction with anyone who is into that kind of thing, you know? Pluto calls you to drill down, dig up what is worthy, and bring it to the surface. Then rinse away any of the dirt, and uncover the gold. Bring up the riches whenever you dig deep into your soul's work. Notice and observe these signs of stress that must be listened to, must be held, must be healed, but don't allow them to control you. Yes, Queen, you can be struggling and it can be shit, but it does not control you. And I know I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm the healed, whole, most amazing being of on the planet and I am it and I have transcended all things, because that is not true. And it is hard sometimes to realize that the shadow parts of us, the shitty parts of us, don't like, no, they don't define us. They don't control us. They don't keep, nothing keeps us, even the light parts of us don't keep us in a box. We can be whatever we want to be. And whenever I talk about astrology, I like to talk about the fact that your chart is your default. It's not your only place. It's where you come from. It's not where you have to be. Nothing keeps you in this little box. I have to preface this with that. Like, the idea of being trapped is like the worst thing to me. So don't trap me. Let's see here. Pluto's shadow side can bring up obsession, depression, mortality, and grief. Pluto asks you, in the face of life or death, why are you here? In the face of life or death, why are you here? This isn't a rhetorical question. Strip down to the essence and come back to what really matters to find the answer. It's like that thing of like, if you only had 1 week to live, what would you be doing? And I understand the realness of the fact that we just can't live that way all the time, but we can live that way more than we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some cultures that on their birthday, they do a death meditation. And so I started doing it the last 2 years, and it's been so powerful because it really makes you review your year and like, am I really living true to my values? Am I really spending my time where my time should be spent? Am I focusing on the things that are really bringing me joy, or is it pseudo joy? And it like just helps you have more focus for, okay, this is who I am. This is what I'm doing here. And here we go.
Yeah, I had a conversation with someone today. We were discussing just like partnerships and what you allow to frustrate you about your partner, and what you're just like, you know what? It's not weakness to just be like, I'm not even available for that, like little petty crap. Like, I'm not available. I'm just going to go on, just going to move on. Like, not necessarily you have to move on from the person, but just be like, okay, I'm going to put this dish in the sink. I got it. No worries.
Remember hearing
so wrapped in our ass about shit that's like doesn't even matter.
Doesn't even matter. Yeah, I remember, I don't know if it was a book or a podcast, I somewhere heard something that said, why do you think on holidays there's less fighting and bickering and everything feels more excited? Because you choose to be in the moment and let go of petty shit.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's a cute little quirk. But on a normal Wednesday, you're like, why do you breathe like that?
Well, and even in like relationships, I mean, think about the first few months. It's like, oh my God, they're so fantastic. They're the same person. You're just choosing not to see the weird shit that they do that drives you crazy, and you're just seeing the good. I had a hair and it was freaking me out. But it's fine. I'm good. I'm alive. What in the hell? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's very interesting in relationships, like how many people choose to see the shitty stuff and like choose to focus on that, and then they're like, why isn't my relationship working? Whether it's like with your mom or your sister or your husband or your kids or whatever. And I'm super guilty of it, and I'm doing some work on a current relationship to be like, why do I struggle? Why do I just not even want to be around this person right now? Like, what is that? It's probably because I'm like focusing on the petty shit instead of seeing like, okay, here's these beautiful things. And the petty shit usually is a mirror of your own self. And that's the part that's annoying. Like, the thing that annoys you about other people is likely the thing. And this came up today once talking about this relationship with someone else. They're like, oh, that sounds a lot like someone I know.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I was like, mirror, mirror.
Maybe it wants you. Like, you're the one who stinks. And then you're like, oh, and it's like this weird thing because it's like, shit, I can't even be mad because I do the same thing. And then you like, it's like the other person becomes so much realer to you, and it's like beautiful because you're like, okay, I see you, and I see that you're probably not like vindictively thinking the way that I think you're vindictively thinking, because I'm not, and I do that all the time to other people.
Mhm.
And I'm just living my life. I'm not even thinking about it.
Preach, girl. You're on a roll.
Mhm. Mhm.
Rolling.
What are you feeling, Jenny? What do you got going on in your brain?
And I think it's time to meditate.
Jenny's like, I'm not feeling 100%. Let's meditate.
Today.
Meditate today.
I didn't even bring my drum down because I was like, I've got this pounding headache right now. So I'm like, I will support.
I will hold space. I will hold space. Let's see. Let's see what source wants to bring in for us. If you're hanging out with us, oh, let's change the little like caption thing to a little meditation time. Meditation time. Okay. Let me know if you're on here. What are you wanting to let go of? What's in your brain? Give me something to go with here. It's like
You do a release
it anyway, but like with meditation. Did anyone else watch that show? Just me?
You're killing me.
Just me. I have to bring it up because Jenny's like bringing it down. Like usually Jenny's this way, so I've got to like step it up.
I feel like I've said some pretty corny jokes today to make up for it. But dad jokes.
Stress, okay. So this is my first time here. Welcome, friend.
Welcome.
Hello.
Meditate.
So usually for the first timers, if this is your first time or you're coming a little later, for the first 30 minutes of Jenny and I hanging out with you, we do readings. And then for the end 30 minutes, everything is ish because we do what we want. Ish. We do a bit of a meditation. Okay. Yeah. I'm so excited. So if everyone wants to go ahead and find their space, if there's a stone that they want to have with them, if you want to lay down, if you want to sit up, whatever feels bestest to you. We're just going to focus on our breath. And I'm feeling like digestive system's working. Yes, Memorial Day is this coming weekend. It's a really beautiful time. That's a really good idea. Let's see what ancestors want to pop in to our meditation today. Okay. When you're ready and when it feels good to you, I want you to just close your eyes. Taking that deep breath in, really feeling that breath come deep into your belly, pushing your belly out like you're pregnant as you breathe in. And breathing out through your feet. As you breathe in, breathing in through the top of your head, really focusing on feeling that golden white light of the great central sun, feeling that golden white ray coming down through the top of your head. Breathing it in all the way down to your root chakra, reminding us that we are safe and secure in this journey, in this moment that we are all doing together. And breathing this sigh of relaxation as we feel our body settle into Mother Gaia. Just feeling that breath come in Breathing deep into your body. Just feeling your belly relax, your shoulders relax. Feeling all of the tension that you're holding deep inside of you settle. Just feel your body really begin to soften. For me, I always feel it in my hands, my neck, my mouth, my teeth. I usually feel it in my teeth first. So just finding that first sign of deep relaxation in your body and allowing that deep relaxation to grow as you breathe in and out, following your own natural rhythm. Sokantea shoi tente moi kui walai tui walai kawi sunshumu poi tente u. Sokanai tui she so kane tui kana tumo. Really breathing those words in. Tuasa koi tui koasho koshoasa shoasante tu. Feeling your body settle. Feeling your heart space open. Wala tui wala naya sui. As you breathe out, your heart space relaxing. As we walk deeper into our own heart space, we feel ourselves walking through a beautiful garden. Walking down this beautiful pathway. As you walk this pathway, just notice your surroundings. Feel your hands floating through the air, touching the tree branches or shrubs. As you slowly work your way down this beautiful path, as you walk further, you start to notice this space in front of you. It's beyond your vision, beyond your sight, but you know where you're supposed to go. You're beginning to feel guides, spirits, souls, energy in front of you, and they feel so good. Just allowing yourself to slowly work your way as you're breathing up through your feet, feeling this love, this light of this special sacred place that we're in together. You begin to notice these souls, these spirits off the path, just playing, working, doing their own thing. Some of them look up and wave at you as you walk by. And some of them just smile and continue what they're doing. As you look in front of you, you see this beautiful space set for ceremony, allowing it to look like whatever you need it to look like, whatever feels good for you. For me, it looks like a beautiful gazebo with vines and flowers all over it. Inside of this gazebo, there's benches. But the most interesting thing to you is that there is a pillow in the middle of the space waiting for you. And there's a pillow in front of you. Taking a seat on one of the pillows and leaving the other one empty. As you take your seat, you feel other spirits, guides, angels, ancestors coming in and surrounding you. Taking time to just feel all of these guides coming in. Taking time to look at each one of them, to notice, to feel, to see them. Some of them you know and some you don't, but they all feel so warm and so loving. All of a sudden, you feel them all looking up to the sky, up to the heavens above, and holding their hands out as the golden white light comes down through the tops of their body into their heart space, and out their hands. And all you have to do is stand in the center of this beautiful space, this beautiful circle, and receive all of the love and light, all of the calm and relaxed energy, feeling it come into your body. Takayo shu, shoy se tu, tui se ata, kaniya uata, why may I shu, why I oita, I osho, I osho, kante I oitu mi kana. When you feel ready, armored with all the support of your guides, of your angels around you, I want you to call on the spirit that is supposed to sit on the pillow in front of you. Remembering that this spirit is coming from the utmost love and light. Feeling this energy come and sit on the pillow in front of you. Taking a moment to hear any message that they have for you. Knowing in your deepest knowing, trusting what comes to your mind as their words, their messages. Taking a deep breath in, really breathing into your heart space. When and if it feels good, allow yourself to say anything that you need to say to them. Any questions you might have? Just allowing yourself to speak anything that you need to, anything that you feel like needs to come up now. And when and if it feels good to you, allow a loving embrace as your guides continue to give you all of the love, feeling that column of golden white light coming down through both of you, through all the beings of light and love around you, feeling yourself so immersed in this golden white light that you cannot see anything else around you. You cannot feel anything but the utmost love and light. Walai, walai kaneoi. Walai ashuitana. Feeling all of that love and light. Stepping back from this beautiful soul that has been with you through this journey. Feeling this exchange of energies, giving back to them pieces that you've held on for them, and receiving back pieces of yourself. Feeling so much gratitude and love that they've chosen to come in this moment. Taking a moment to just thank all of your beautiful guides that have sat with you today, that have held space for this moment to happen. Taking as much time as you need. And when you're ready, coming back to this space, coming back to your body, stretching, wiggling your toes, your fingers. There's no hurry.
Garuda Mudra showed up, placing your right thumb on your sternum, pointing up towards your throat, fingers towards your left shoulder. Then left thumb touches the right and reaches towards the right shoulders. Eagle wings, Garuda Mudra, giving your heart wings to fly wherever it needs to go. Big, deep, full breaths, allowing the chest and belly to rise and fall. Every breath connecting you back home, right here in your heart, to your higher self. It's like a hug. Like you're hugging yourself.
How is everyone feeling? Does anyone have any thoughts they want to share?
There's some beautiful releasing. My eyes and nose are running like crazy. Good job, you guys. Wings opened up my Christ conscious chakra.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, I love this new dress so much. Fly girl, or Juniper, fly. Sorry, I do not know your pronoun. I should not assume. My thing, I had my angels around me, but I had a white shadow of a lady and a baby in front of me.
Mhm. I love it. Mm.
All right. Should we talk about some stuff that's coming up?
Yeah.
She, her. We'll go by Phoenix. Oh, I messed it all up. Well, I said she. Or, I don't remember now.
It's all hard. It's hard nowadays. So if you check out our website, My Mind and Body Collective, or My Mind Body Collective, you can see all the stuff that we're up to. We're making changes all the time. We try our best to get everything in this group, but the website also has everything. We have
to play with us.
3 ways to play.
3 ways.
3 ways to play.
3 ways to play.
One of them is our online or our in-person meditation group, which meets several times a week, and it's not always in the form of meditation. Like, it's lots of different forms of meditation. So you have yoga, meditation. Jenny's trying to get a sound circle added.
Who would come to a sound circle? Monday night at 7. Drumming, chanting, singing, dancing, connecting, just circle.
Yeah.
Singing bowls.
So there's that. I teach my class on Sunday. Jenny teaches on Monday and Wednesday, or just Monday now.
Monday now. Yeah.
We also have online, which is Jenny and I's baby. You get to hang out with us every Tuesday from 6 to 8 online. You're welcome, friend. From 6 to 8 every Tuesday online for our online group healing. I don't even know if program's the right word, but like sort of.
Community. It's a healing community. We work together to heal together.
Yeah. So we do private readings for 1 hour before our class, and then we have a class thing, and then we do a bit of a meditation, and you also get to hang out with us in our Marco Polo, which is a integration group that chats all throughout the week. And we have retreats. Retreats are so much fun. If you're like, maybe retreat is where it's at. Like, that is the most intense healing that you're going to have. Our next full-on open retreat is in September. It's going to be in Lava, Idaho. Lava Hot Springs, Idaho. It is our Soul Awakening retreat. For those of you who've been around with us a long time, this used to be our meditation retreat. We just call it Soul Awakening now. Whether you have been in this for a long time or this is your first time going to something like this, you will fit in and you will find friends. So don't worry if your friends don't want to go with you, because we have a whole group of new ones for you that are on the vibe and on the path. I love it. And for the first time at a retreat, you'll be able to add on a drum, and you can make a drum. Jenny doesn't have one with her right now, but yeah, she usually does it, which is super fun. And then you get to hang out in the hot springs, which is so super fun. I love it. If you happen to be level 1 and 2 Reiki certified, we do have a Reiki level 3 certification retreat happening in July. That's something that you're interested in. Just put a comment that you want to go to the Reiki retreat, and we'll get you some more information. If you're interested in starting your whole Reiki certification and you want to learn all the kind of things that you need to want to learn about Reiki, we do have a waitlist for our training. We don't pick a date for training until we have enough people on the waitlist. So we won't be posting a date until then at the moment. So we do like to keep our groups intimate. So there's 6 to 12 people in a Reiki training, and it's done retreat style as well. Am I missing anything?
Oh, it's just so fun to play with us. in any way you can, in person, online, or retreats. We love it all. We just love to help share and give and help you find the guru within you.
Mhm.
That is our biggest goal, is to help you find your own source to get you in highest alignment for your highest good.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. How do we help you find you?
Yeah.
Connect to yourself. That's our big deal.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, leave them in the chat. Even if you're watching the replay, leave them in the chat and we will 100% get back to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I got.
Yeah. Have a beautiful Memorial Day weekend.
And we will see you guys next Tuesday for after the session at around 8:15-ish.
Yeah, usually.
Okay. Bye, friends.
Love you.